Fast forward 4 years. Emily graduates valedictorian, scholarship in hand, and never looks back. At Stanford, she buries the pain in code and ambition. She builds an app in her dorm room called DreamLink, a platform that matches struggling kids with mentors who actually care. Investors call it revolutionary. By 22, she's on the cover of Forbes 30 Under 30. By 25, she's a billionaire CEO with offices in 3 countries and a private helicopter on standby. She changes her hairstyle, trades the glasses for contacts, learns how to walk into rooms like she owns them, because now she does. Yet some scars stay tender. Dating feels impossible. Every smile from a man feels like the calm before another prank. Then she meets Alex Reed, quiet, steady, brilliant Alex, who sits beside her at a tech conference and asks real questions instead of flirting. He listens when she talks about the past without pitying her. He brings her coffee exactly the way she likes it. No sugar, splash of oat milk, without being asked. When she wakes from nightmares about hallway laughter, he holds her until the shaking stops. Alex never pushes, never lies, never makes her feel like a joke. For the first time since Jake, Emily starts to trust again. 10 years after graduation, an email pings her inbox. Riverside High Class of 2015 to 10-year reunion. The attached flyer is dripping with fake nostalgia. Old classmates message her privately, giggling, "You have to come, it'll be hilarious." She knows exactly what they want. Proof that loser Emily is still a loser. Brittany has been bragging on group chats that the reunion committee saved a special then and now slideshow just for her. They expect the same broken girl who ran away, crying. Emily stares at the invitation for a long time. Alex finds her on the balcony, city lights glittering below. He reads the look on her face and simply says, "Whatever you decide, I'm with you." Something inside her clicks. This time she won't run. This time she'll arrive on her own terms. She books the helicopter. She chooses the dress that costs more than Brittany's car. She practices her smile in the mirror until it feels like armor again. The night before the reunion, she barely sleeps. Memories crashing like waves. Jake's fake kisses, Brittany's triumphant smirk, the sound of her own sobbing echoing in an empty apartment. But every time fear rises, Alex is there, hand on her back, whispering they don't get to write the ending anymore. You do. As dawn breaks over the Pacific, Emily boards the sleek black helicopter, heart hammering louder than the rotors. She looks down at the tiny town shrinking beneath her and feels the last piece of that scared 17-year-old finally let go. The girl they mocked is gone. The woman rising in her place is unstoppable. The football field at Riverside High hasn't changed. Same patchy grass, same crooked goalposts. What has never landed here before is a multi-million-dollar helicopter touching down like a scene from a movie. Dust swirls, phones whip out, jaws drop. Brittany, clutching a plastic cup of cheap wine, squints through the spotlight and feels her stomach sink. Jake, beer belly straining his old Letterman jacket, mutters, "No freaking way." The door slides open. Emily steps out in midnight blue silk that catches every light in the parking lot. Hair swept up, diamonds flashing at her throat. She looks like royalty visiting a village. Alex follows right behind, tall, protective, hand lightly at her waist. Security in tailored suits fan out. The crowd parts without being asked. Inside the gym, the DJ kills the music. Someone gasps loud enough for the microphone to catch it. Brittany recovers first, plastering on a smile sharp enough to cut glass. Emily? Oh my God, hi. She air kisses nowhere near Emily's cheeks. You look expensive. The insult hides badly behind the compliment that Emily's smile is soft, lethal. Thank you, Brittany. You look exactly the same. The dig lands perfectly. Brittany's last filler appointment was 6 months ago, and the room knows it. Jake stumbles forward, face red. Em, e quem we talkie? His voice cracks like he's 17 again. Emily regards him calmly. Sure, Jake. How's wife number two? The gym erupts in whispers. His second divorce was messy and very public last year, complete with leaked texts of him cheating again. Brittany tries to take control. Everyone, let's get a group photo. Remember when we used to vote Emily most likely to disappear? Laughter ripples, nervous now. Emily raises an eyebrow. Funny. I voted you most likely to peak in high school. Silence. Then a few genuine laughs from people who always hated Brittany anyway. The principal, sweating, rushes over with a microphone. We actually have a surprise presentation for our most successful alum. The screen lights up with headlines. 23-year-old CEO changes lives. Dreamlink valued at $4 billion. Emily Carter named Philanthropist of the Year. Gasps turn to applause that grows until it thunders. Brittany's smile freezes and cracks. Later, in a quiet corner, Brittany corners her. This is insane. You won the lottery or something? Emily meets her eyes. No, I worked 16-hour days while you partied. I cried, I coded, I kept going. You chose easy. This is what hard looks like. Brittany's eyes fill with tears she can't afford to let fall in public. For once, she has nothing to say. Jake tries again near the punch bowl. I was a stupid kid. I'm sorry. Emily studies him, sees the receding hairline, the sadness he drinks to forget. I forgive you, she says, and means it. But I don't need you anymore. The relief in her voice is real. The chain snaps. Across the room, Alex watches, pride shining in his eyes. When the slow song starts, he pulls her onto the dance floor. Under the cheap disco ball, he drops to one knee. The entire gym goes dead quiet. Emily Carter, you turned every tear into rocket fuel. Marry me, and let's keep building worlds together. The ring is simple, perfect, exactly what she once told him she'd love. She's crying before he finishes the question. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Phones capture everything. By morning, the video is viral. Billionaire CEO gets engaged at high school reunion after epic glow-up revenge. Comments flood in. This healed something in me. Queen behavior. I needed this today. As the helicopter lifts off, Emily looks down one last time. The gym lights flicker like a memory already fading. She rests her hand on Alex's, feeling the ring cool against her skin. 10 years ago, she left this field running, broken, barefoot. Tonight, she leaves engaged, whole, and soaring. The scared girl is finally, truly gone. In her place is the woman who rewrote the story and the man who loved every chapter she became. Welcome to a world of imagination. This story is completely fictional, created purely to inspire and entertain. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. Now go write your own comeback. The rotors haven't even spooled down when the second wave hits the tarmac at Fort Bragg. Colonel Hawk steps off Vengeance One, boots still warm from the downdraft, and the entire 3rd Special Forces Group is already formed up in the hangar. 400 silent warriors in PT gear, eyes locked forward. No order was given. Word travels faster than radio. Hawk raises one finger. 0 rounds expended. 0 laws broken. Maximum message delivered. Now we finish this the right way. Ghost slides a tablet across the table. Traffic cam stills. Body cam audio synced. Ballistics overlay. The data paints a crystal picture. Daniels fired from 12 feet. Marcus's hands visible and empty the entire time. Preacher uploads the packet to the JAG secure server with a single tap. Tiny cracks, his knuckles the size of walnuts. Charges. Hawk nods once. Attempted manslaughter, civil rights violation, false report. DA's office gets it at 0600. We don't swing wild. We swing surgical. Back at Womack, sunrise leaks gold through the ICU blinds. Marcus is awake, chest tube gurgling, pain a constant 10, but eyes clear. Sasha sits bedside, Aaliyah asleep across her lap, tiny fingers still curled around Daddy's dog tags. Marcus rasps, "Tell me they didn't start a war for me." Sasha kisses his forehead. "They started a conversation, baby." Loud one. The door swings. Hawk enters with a folder thick as a Bible. "Sir, you're being promoted in absentia to major, effective immediately." Pentagon wants the ceremony on camera. Morale's through the roof. News trucks choke the hospital perimeter. Anchors shout over rotor wash as Guardian Angel lifts off for routine medevac. Pure theater, but the message sticks. The Army protects its own. Inside the courthouse 3 miles away, Daniels processes an orange, wrist cuffed, career ashes. Ramirez testifies before breakfast. "I told him to stand down." He didn't. The prosecutor, a former JAG captain herself, plays the sync footage on loop for the grand jury. Indictment sealed by 0900. Social media morphs into a movement. Hashtag Ironstrong hits 10 million uses by lunch. Veterans post salute selfies from Kabul to Kansas. A GoFundMe for the Jackson family hits 1 million in 6 hours. Top donor. Anonymous. IP traced to a DoD server. Sasha stares at the total, tears falling on the screen. "We don't need money. We need him whole." Marcus squeezes her hand. "Then let's get whole." Physical therapy starts that afternoon. Marcus stands for the first time on legs that feel borrowed, pain lancing with every breath. The therapist, a wiry civilian named Lopez, grins. "One step, Major. Then we run." Aaliyah wheels in a toy tank, parks it at his feet. "Daddy drive." He laughs until the chest tube protests, then takes the step. The room erupts. Nurses, doctors, even the janitor filming on his phone. The clip goes viral before dinner. Across the base, Hawk hosts a closed door with the police chief. "No cameras, no recorders." Coffee steams between them. "Your officer's actions were criminal," Hawk says, voice flat. "But your department isn't the enemy. Train with us. Every shift, every rookie. Or next time the spotlight, find someone else." The chief, a Vietnam-era Marine, extends a hand. "Deal. Starting tomorrow." They shake like men who've both buried brothers. 3 weeks blur into grit and gains. Marcus graduates from Walker to Kane, then to unassisted strides down the hospital corridor, while Aaliyah races ahead on a big wheel, shouting left flank clear. Sasha films every milestone, posts nothing, keeps them sacred. The bullet fragment sits in a jar on the mantle at home, labeled "The Day We Refuse to Break." Policy shifts avalanche. Congress fast-tracks the Marcus Protocol, mandatory de-escalation modules for any officer interacting with off-duty military. Simulator ranges nationwide add a new scenario. Black soldier in dress blues, hands raised. Fail rate drops 78% in the first quarter. Police academies invite Green Berets to teach command presence without command voice. Daniels pleads to lesser charges, does 3 years. Ramirez earns a commendation for integrity under fire. Promotion day dawns crisp. The parade field at Fort Bragg gleams under October sun. Marcus stands ramrod in new oak leaves, chest tube scar hidden beneath ribbons. Aaliyah, in miniature dress blues tailored by the post seamstress, carries the rank board on a velvet pillow. Sasha pins the major's insignia while the entire group renders a hand salute that rattles windows. The general's speech is short. Major Jackson didn't just survive a bullet. He forged a bridge. Marcus's reply cracks only once. "I stood because they had my back." America, keep having theirs. That night, the family eats ice cream on the porch, chocolate mint, tradition unbroken. Aaliyah licks her spoon clean, looks up at the stars. "Daddy, will the bad man come back?" Marcus pulls her close. "He already lost, princess. We won the second you drew me with a cape." Sasha leans into his good side, tears quiet this time. Somewhere overhead, a black hawk banks across the moon. Routine patrol, but the silhouette feels like guardianship. 1 year later, the jar on the mantle holds something new. A challenge coin from the Secretary of Defense, engraved Ironstrong. Marcus coaches Little League. Kane traded for a whistle. Sasha launches a nonprofit, veteran families, police outreach, zero politics, all heart. Daniels writes from prison, apology handwritten, returned unopened. Ramirez visits the field, teaches rookies how to lower the temperature instead of raising the weapon. The bridge holds, and every 4th of July, Fort Bragg lights the sky with a single gold flare at 11:42 p.m. sharp. No announcement, no fanfare, just a silent promise. No soldier bleeds alone. The flare arcs, bursts, fades, then the night answers with 1,000 phone flashlights from the stands. Hashtag Iron Strong still trends, but now it's a verb. To stand, to heal, to refuse surrender. Marcus watches the light show from the same porch. Aaliyah on his shoulders, Sasha's hand in his. The bullet tried to write an ending. They wrote a beginning instead. And somewhere in the distance, rotors thump a steady heartbeat. America's finest.